Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XI Online. In the last episode, we delved into the Temple of Ugalepi to find the... I can never remember which ministry is which. The Optistery? No, I think it was the Arastery Minister. Rukususu, who we found. And then met the Spirits of Graviton. One of the Kulu, one of the ancient peoples alongside the Zillart, who, he claimed, are the ones who led the Taru to Surta and gave them the protection of the Horototo ruins. Well, probably weren't ruins at the time, which have lost their power, which apparently is a problem, and Graviton restored the magic to the Book of the Gods. And so we'll see where that goes. We have to do something about Ajito Marujito. So then we move on to the next mission, which I think was from the Optistery, which we were trying to track down the minister of the Optistery, or at least, yeah, the current one. No, the previous. It's kind of complicated. So they had a previous minister who quit, put a new one in, and then he disappeared. So we had to go find him, which we had to use this little doll to track him down. We met this weird creature, but that wasn't who we were looking for. We found him in Devoy. He's the guy who gave us the Crimson Orb quest way back in the day. And we found out from him that he was catfishing the previous minister, because the previous minister had embezzled funds from the ministry, and he was trying to get him to give it back. And so all kinds of goofiness going on there. So that's where we're at. We need to do the next mission to try to get to rank 9. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I've already gone ahead and turned in the crystals that I need to turn in to get enough rank points to be able to unlock it. So we should just need to be able to head over there and talk to Rocco and pick it up. So let's do that. All right. The mission is the Jester Who'd Be King. Alright, the mission has not been officially approved. However, all the gatehouse guards have agreed to ask you to perform this task. Go to the Manustery and assist Minister Apruduru. Those are your orders. I don't think I need to tell you this, but don't tell anyone about this mission. Be especially careful of that Simula Fina. She has a habit of picking up on rumors from the most unlikely places. Alright, so we are on an off-the-books mission. We need to talk to Apruduru, who is Ajito Marujito's sister. And our Unity leader. Alright, so she should be in here. Alright. What's the job? You have my thanks. I'm sure you heard from the guards how terribly important this mission is to me. As you know, my brother, Minister Ajito Marujito, has now spent a considerable amount of time in the Dark Dungeon. My brother is a very resilient person. However, the Dark Dungeon is a chamber that drains magical power. To spend this much time in there. I beg of you, please help me save him. I know this goes against all the rules, but I have to help my brother. Alright then. Thank you, Yuna. I've been researching a way to save my brother. The chambers that lie beneath the central tower are sealed with the power of the stars and the moon. This means that the doors of those chambers can only be opened with an item imbued with that same power. The rings carried by the ministers are such items. Every time a minister is appointed, a ring is made and presented to the new minister by Heaven's Tower. After learning this, I took the Manustary ring and set off for the Dark Dungeon. Give it up, Apururu. Apururu. That seal is beyond you. Ah, Shantoto. Professor Shantoto. I heard you were sneaking around, asking people about the Dark Dungeon. Why don't you just stand at the top of Heaven's Tower and yell, "I'm going to break my brother out of jail. Arrest me, someone." Imprudent. And you're always such a bright student. I won't just stand and let my brother waste away in there, but I can't. The door won't open. I understand how you feel. I don't want to lose him either, especially after all the trouble I've gone through to raise a tough-as-nails, wicked, wand-wielding, savage spell-slinging wizard to take over as Oristary Minister. Listen up, and I'll explain about the door deep below the tower. This door, as you've discovered, can be opened by the power of the stars and the moon. Everything in the Horatoto ruins is governed by this power. However, the magic sealing these doors was weakened when several of the towers were severely damaged during the Great War. And so up until now, these doors could have been opened with a single minister's ring. No need for a charm created by Heaven's Tower like before. Haven't you figured it out yet? What does that head of yours contain? You would have realized it now if we were using that melon you call a brain. If you'll recall, Ajito Marujito restored the power of the ruins, my dear dumpling. Now, you are no longer able to open the doors by using just a single ring. Yeah, that's right, she speaks in rhymes as well. Such stupidity. Forgive my amusement. I didn't come here to laugh at you. I have a brilliant idea to help your brother, though. Brother through. Really, Professor Shantoto? Please tell me what I have to do. Oh, you must gather the rings of the 5 ministers. Yes, it is a chore, but using their combined power, you should be able to dispel the seal on the door. Bring the 5 rings to my house in Windurst Walls. We can only get started when you have them all. Thank you so much, Professor. I will never forget this. You better not. And there's one more thing you better not forget. Don't think of going after the rings yourself. It would be something you'd regret. Leave it to an adventurer who's capable. You know Tuna, she's very useful and usable. It almost boggles the mind how eager she is to stick her nose into some dangerous squeeze. There's no reason to take advantage of Tuna's natural tendencies. That's a stretch. Right. So I need your help. Here, take my Manustary ring. I know it's a lot to ask, but please, save my brother, I beg of you. Alright, so we need to get all 5 ministers' rings. Alright, so that we can break Ajito Marujito out of prison. Alright. Fortunately, we're on pretty good terms with most of the ministries by this point. So, let's go grab them. First off is we'll head to the Optistery. Windurst Waters North. Unfortunately, there is no close by home point. Closest one is home point 2, which is still a walk. Alright. We're here at the Optistery. Vanquish Beasts Challenge. Okay. Moreno... Is it Moreno Terreno? No. It's not Moreno Terreno. Oh, not here either. Looking for Tosuka Porika. East Wing. Yeah, okay. Did I just miss the person? Maybe on the roof. Unless I'm looking at the wrong... I'm at the Aurastery, not the Optistery. Oops. Let me fix that problem. The odd thing with the Aurastery is that we need to go find Sedjal Godjal back in Davoy again. Because he's the minister who has the ring. So he's probably one of the last ones we're going to be going to go see. So, give me a sec. Okay, so now we should be in the correct spots. There we are. Tosuka Porika. What? There's no reason for me to feel guilty. I have absolutely no intention to find the will of the Star Sibyl. What was that? You want me to lend you my Optistery ring again? I know what you're up to. You want to go back to the Animastery, don't you? There's no more reason for you to go there. In fact, you really shouldn't. How would you talk yourself out of trouble if you happen to run into the Star Sibyl again? What's that? That's not the reason? You mean to break Ajito Marujito out of the Dark Dungeon using my Optistery ring? So apparently we're just telling him what we're doing. The Dark Dungeon, huh? It's either the Dark Dungeon drains a person's magical power, eventually killing them. I doubt the Star Sibyl really intends to rob Ajito Marujito of his life, but she may be angry enough to rob him of his life as a mage. There's once a similar tragedy I seem to recall. Now, who was that? In any case, I have the slightest interest in doing anything that would benefit Ajito Marujito. If you're looking for help from me, you've come to the wrong place. Now get out of here. Just a moment. It can't be. That power I feel coming from you. Talking about the Book of the Gods. The magic has returned to the blank tome? It's a miracle. This will mean the salvation of Windurst. What? You intend to have Ajito Marujito read the book? Don't be a fool. If you want someone to read it, then give it to me. I can. Or maybe you can't. Great goddess, I cannot. This is beyond my strength. May be able to open it if I had the Diza Star, the Star Sibyl. A wily wizard of Ajito Marujito's power should be able to withstand this magic. I admit defeat. But if I help you get this book to Ajito Marujito, you must tell me what knowledge its pages contain. I must know the dangerous truth learned by Minister Karaha Baruha. Here, take my Optistery ring and return it to me as soon as your task is complete. But he managed to talk himself into giving me the ring anyway. Very well. And as it turns out, that both the Optistery ring and the Aurastery ring are not here. Because neither minister is actually here. So Davoy is probably actually the easiest one to get to. Because the other one's in Fagin. And Fagan is a significantly more dangerous area to be going to. Alright. So... let's head to Devoy next. Go back to good old Sedal Gajal. All right. Norvalen, Devoy. We'll use some Gil. All right. Well, we've seen this particular route several times already. So, I'll be back once we're over at Sedal. Alright. I am through, and here is Sedal. Just a person I wanted to see. There's something I needed to ask you, or wanted to ask you. How did you use that malevolent magic doll to track me down? The Aristary ring? So this ring is what brought about my discovery? Well, I can't just throw it away. What to do? Here, I'll give it to you for safekeeping. Please hold on to it until I return to the Aristary. Just gonna give me the ring. Alright, cool. Just because you don't want to be found. Alright. Let's warp out of here. We need to head to Fagan. Closest place is a home. There's a home point in Fagan, which we should have because we've been there before. And that is going to need to be sneaked and invised because there is stuff that will eat me for breakfast in there. Varagandi Fayan. Yes, home point 1. Now there actually is another home point in Fagan, which we might want to take advantage of. Like, there's even really no point to, we need to head to A, I think. Miser Murphy. Probably going to be up. Alright, you know what we're going to do? Bring up the trusts. I want to have them in an emergency. Though, if we run into something that's like level 98, we're toast. We probably only really need sneak, but I'm going to use both just in case. Fastest way. This way, I think. Do we see a revenant in here? I can't remember if Miser Murphy is just forcibly spawned or not. I can't remember what it's for. I think it's for like a red mage quest. Okay, now we need to head to F6. Actually, we want to probably head over to the Cloister of Frost. To get that home point. F6. And it's marked on this particular modded map. Rukususu is in there. Alright. Now let's make our way to the Cloister of Frost first. And then, we'll look for Rukususu. Dromas. Okay, so those magic pots, bats. Trying to seeing what enemy types we have in here. So far, I haven't seen anything that would need invisible. Just sneak. Everything should be sound aggressive. And they're level 52 anyway. Problem is, you turn one corner in this place and you run into something that is level 90. Colossus. Level 57, easy prey. Dromas are level 56. Probably won't even aggro me. Spectre. Level 55, too weak. But also sound aggressive, not visually aggressive. Killing weapon, also a sound aggressive mob. Right, let's just go ahead and drop invisible. Because we're going to need to drop it to get the home point anyway. Hellish weapon. 61, okay. Even if they do attack me, I can kill them. Alright. There we go. Cloister of Frost home point acquired. Alright, still have over 4 minutes on sneak. Alright, Capricious Cassie is in here somewhere. I have to be careful because I'm not entirely sure if Capricious Cassie is true sight or true hearing. Is a giant morbol. Yeah, we're not going to mess with. . I think the Colossi might be sight. Underworld bats. Droma. Utuku. They are not a problem. Now, Rukususu will be in here somewhere. We're getting a cutscene. Oh, there we are. I never expected to see you here again. Your adventurers certainly get around. And now what of the Book of the Gods? What has become of it since the ancient restored its magic? Well, we don't have anyone who can read it. I see. The Star Sibyl has yet to forgive Ajito Marujito. If she is really that furious, it's possible the Star Sibyl intends to squash all traces of Ajito Marujito's natural-born magical ability. The Dark Dungeon has that kind of power. In my student days, I saw with my own eyes one who had met with such a fate. And now poor Apururu... How is poor Apururu holding up? She must be worrying herself sick. And that is the course of action she has decided on? Such a brave girl. Well then, you must take my Rhinostair ring and return to Windhurst. Please help our dear Apururu. Take the Book of the Gods to Ajito Marujito. He is not one to shrink back in the face of the truth. Alright. We now have the Rhinostair ring. Now, what we need now is Ajito Marujito's ring. We have to figure out how to get that. We gotta go back to Windhurst. And we need to talk to Apururu again. Now that we have 4 of the rings. Of course, I had totally forgotten. When my brother was arrested, his Aurastair ring was confiscated by Heaven's Tower. There's no way Simulafina will just hand it over for no good reason. Maybe you try talking with Kupipi. Alright, we need to go talk to Kupipi in Heaven's Tower. Alright, and you know the drill. I'll be back once we're in Heaven's Tower. Alright, we're in Heaven's Tower. Let's go talk to Kupipi and see if we can get that ring. And I did not. Just talk to some random NPC. Alright. The door, please. There we go. What is it? What is it? You seem all worked up about something. I don't respond to veiled threats. If you have something you want to ask me, just come out and say it. Absolutely not. The Aurastair ring is extremely valuable and can't just be handed over to any old adventurer on demand. Tell me exactly what you want to use it for. All right. As a favor for Minister Apururu, we'll say. For Minister Apururu, there's something decidedly suspicious going on here. But maybe I've been a little hasty. You and I have known each other for a while now, and I assume you have a good reason for wanting the ring. So I'll give you a little hint. The Oristary ring is being carried by Semilafina. At the moment, she's off at the northwest tower of the Horatotal Ruins, dealing with the rogue Cardians. She's been gone since a long time, though, and I'm starting to worry. Alright. So, back into the Horatotal Ruins, it would seem, to go track down Semilafina. Alright. So, we need to head to northwest tower of the Horatotal Ruins, West Ruta Bruta. Now, supposedly, the fastest way to get there is by survival guide. Otherwise, we'll have to walk. Or ride. West Ceruta Baruta is where we want to go. Was it worth teleporting? Because where does this actually put me? Ah, the outpost, right. That makes sense. We're heading to the tower at F6. No, F4, not F6. I'm like, wait a minute, there's nothing in F6. The Amaryllis Tower. Yeah, that's kind of the farthest one out. Alright. I'll be back when we're in the vicinity. Alright, here we are. Now, probably don't need them immediately, but we'll break out the trusts. Because we are going into a fight, and I'm not 100% sure where it is. So we're going to be dealing with the rogue Guardians. Now, we need to head to the cracked wall at I6. Which... butchers, tinkerers, yeah, these are not... I6, other way. Legalox Hefty Hind. Huh. Just give me a second. Didn't drop anything. All right. Over here, we head for the cracked wall at G8. Okay. And that, I believe, is where the Cardians will spawn. These are level 82 VT bats. I could take them, but I'd rather not. But that's interesting. Because I am looking for some enemies that I can farm for some EXP, and that would be right in the range from where I'm at level 75. Level 82, 83 fetter bats. Bats are great for dragoons to fight as well, because they are weak to piercing. Fuligos, level 85 IT. That would be a little tough. I need to remember this spot. Black slime, level 23, too weak. Yeah, and then we're suddenly out of the high level area. Okay, and these are ghouls. These are level 23. All right. So we're looking for a cracked wall here somewhere. Right there. All right, there we are. Queen of coins and queen of swords. These are both level 72. Should be beatable, though. Ooh, I only had 28 damage with that wheeling thrust. Yeah, definitely want to get rid of this caster. Because Kupipi is running out of MP. Did I miss again? I don't know. Hard to read the chat log. I'd say it's a minute and a half away. Alright, we've almost got it down. Kupipi is completely out of MP. Come on, Valinor. You have 2,000 TP. Use it. All right. Coins is down. Swords next. All right, come on. Yeah, these guys are tough nuts. Fortunately, Vana'diel has MP and can heal himself. Oh, and you just used perfect... No, you just used, Invincible. Immune to all damage except for magic damage. I did not bring a caster. Alright, there we go. Invincible's down. Of course, popped invincible right as I fired off my weapon skill, so... Nice Savage Blade. Alright. I need a Spirit Link. Heal up. My Wyvern. There we go. Ooh. So tougher than I was expecting. Simulafina and Ace Guardians. Ace of Wands. This tower is the territory of the Guardians. No intruders will be permitted. All intruders will be sent to oblivion. This is not a game, you overgrown puppets. Your usefulness is ended. Without your master, you have no more reason to exist. Embrace the eternal slumber that awaits you. Things have changed. We have chosen our king. Our king has arisen and we rally to his standard. We join with our king to build our future. You have chosen a king? Minister Zonpa Zippa of the monastery still lives? Zonpa Zippa? He is no king. He is nothing more than a foolish jester, tainted with the guilt of his crimes. Our king is noble and powerful, a dazzling presence. Who goes there? Seize her. We're caught. Why are you... I have 2 intruders to punish. Let us deal with these interlopers before others arrive to complicate things. Yes, let us punish them. Let us punish them now. Hold. This is Joker? Joker. Your Majesty, What do you intend to do with these people? They are intruders who have trespassed in the royal chambers. They will be punished. I forbid it. This person, Tuna, she is the star born from the wish of the Star Sibyl. If she is lost to us, we lose ourselves an ally. Tuna still has an important role to play. She will make me whole again. Your Majesty, if this person is to be spared, then what is to become of the Mithra? We're both Mithra? Thank you. The Mithra also has her roles to play, the first of which is to hand over the ring she carries to Tuna. What? Goddess curse you, but it seems I have little choice. You have another role you must perform. You must protect the Star Sibyl. Until the moment comes when the stars converge, you must defend the Star Sibyl from the Bearer of Darkness. You know of the Bearer of Darkness? When all the stars come together, all will be revealed. But whether that moment will come depends solely on your ability and talent. You must create that moment. Yuna, at this time you are our brightest guiding star. Illuminate our land and our sky with your brilliance. Okay then. We now have the Oristary Ring. Alright, now we head back to Apururu in Windurst. We need to just warp out. Alright. We've got all 5 rings. What's that? The Guardians have chosen a king. What on Vana'diel are they thinking? I understand when Guardians no longer follow the orders of their masters. This happens when the concept of master ceases to have meaning to them. But after this has happened, they shouldn't be taking on a new master. For that to happen... No, it's not possible. But putting that aside for a moment, please take the rings to Professor Santoto and Windurst Walls. I must apologize. I was a little bit distracted by what you told me. There's something definitely going on with him. Alright, so we need to head back to Windurst Walls and turn these rings into Shantoto. Alright, so just a moment. Alright, so this should be Shantoto's manor here. And there's Shantoto. And hopefully we get the right cutscene. That's the trust permit, because we can get her as a trust, just not yet. You said something. You've collected all 5 of the minister rings? Well, well, well. I never believed you would actually get them all. Come on then. Let's have a look at them. Look at them. Don't stall. You've done well, but the fact that a ragtag adventurer such as you could bring together all 5 rings, something about that just chills my bones and makes me cringe. This undertaking will most likely leave a mark on Windurst's history. And now that we have all the ministers in on the act, Apruru won't have to shoulder all the blame, will she? Right then, let's complete the final preparations. Some stuff. Behold, the forbidden glove of perpetual twilight. Now all that's left is for you to take this to Apruru. So we've collected 5 rings and installed them on a glove. Okay. I see where we're going there. Alright, now we need to take this back to Apruru. And then see what's next. I guess we have to go to the Dark Dungeon and rescue Ajito Marujito. Alright, just a second while I get back to Apruru. Alright, we're back here. The Monastery. And here's Apruru. You've completed the preparations for opening the Dark Dungeon? Wonderful. You have my most heartfelt thanks. Now, to the Dark Dungeon we go. Oh, that won't do. Professor Shantotto said I shouldn't be seen traveling with you. We'll rendezvous by the door. Please be careful, Tuna. Of course, you don't tell me where the Dark Dungeon actually is. I have to just kind of know that. The Dark Dungeon is through, well, Tarai Canal again. So we're going to have to work our way through that. But we're kind of out of time at this point. So I'll go ahead and stop here. And next episode, we'll head to the Dark Dungeon. We'll free Ajito Marujito. And we'll see what happens with that. Finish this up, get rank 9, and then move on towards working towards rank 10. Alright, but for now, we'll stop here. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.